Years upon years ago, a descendant of the Crystal King came to the jungles of southern Vacuo from its deserts. There, he established one of the first precursors of the Hunter Academies all around Remnant today, albeit focusing more on combat and not the research of semblances and dust. The king never referred to himself as a king, but his followers did. These followers formed an organization known as the Adalna. At the beginning, the Adalna was focused on two things only: the gathering of knowledge from across Remnant and the protection of the city of Ranslate in which the Hunter School was located. All that changed after the Great War. With the enlistment of many good soldiers and fighters, Ranslate suffered as all the other cities in Remnant did. Grim attacks rose, drawn from the citizens left at home fearing for their husbands, fathers, sons, and brothers in the war. Bandits from outside the cities also began taking advantage of their defenselessness. The Adalna began taking drastic measures to defend Ranslate, enacting curfews, tightening security, and becoming uncharacteristically hostile to anyone not from Ranslate. The first new leader of the Adalna that was chosen during the time of the Great War was a woman named Verbena, a ruthless, middle-aged killer. Rumor says she was a pirate once, and her deeds don't disprove it. She was merely a traveler at the time who was trapped there by the war, but she proved capable in fighting back bandits that set their sights on the town. She joined the Adalna, and eventually, with her leadership, they went on a hunt that brutally crippled the bandits of Vacuo, forcing them into the desert wilds. With her at the helm, they made short work of the Grimm as well, slaughtering all they could find. As the war drew to a close in the Vacuo campaign, she ordered the Adalna had to retreat back to Ranslate. It was then discovered that she was a wanted criminal from Vale, but that did not matter. She had saved Ranslate from Grimm and bandits, and so she was awarded the seat of the leader of the Adalna. As a result of the war, the Adalna's reputation changed from that of scholars and defenders to merciless killers. This reputation drew in more and more individuals of questionable backgrounds, seeking only the thrill of combat or asking to hire the Adalna to perform assassinations for political or personal gain. Verbena did not mind either. She was used to blood money, and soon, the Adalna would have to become used to it too. Over the next 80 years, the Adalna's purpose was lost, now existing in Ranslate as a glorified mob with which to contract murders. Still, Ranslate looked to the Adalna to protect its borders from bandits, and the Adalna delivered, albeit with far more prejudice than necessary. For this, the government of Ranslate turned a blind eye, and the Adalna's members still wear an embarrassingly weak illusion of nobility. And it is this nobility that blinds its future. You might not believe it, but Verbena soon enough found a husband, a swordsmith named Adamai. The man their daughter Rosemary was wed to became the next leader of the Adalna. This man, Vibrante Upsdelia, was personally trained by Verbena to lead this new, darker, and more violent Adalna. She filled his mind with illusions of duty and nobility. True at some point in history, of course, but certainly not anymore. She deluded him with the images of the Adalna that she single-handedly destroyed. And she passed away, and so did Adamai. The Adalna beginning is lost, and its end had begun 80 years ago.